Hello, beloveds. This is not a part two, but this is also something I felt led to do while I was out here in nature, enjoying the vibe and the energy out here. It's beautiful. So, like I said earlier, when we were doing the card for the day, I have been meditating on past, present, and future. Who I was in the past. How who I was in the past led me to who I am in the present. And what must I do with the present to lead me to my future, my best, highest, and greatest future. So I deal with cards, oracle cards, and tarot cards. Oh, yes, me cards, yes. That's how I get clarity and answers. And I wanted to know some semblance of who was I in the past, who am I presently, and who I am to become, and see if it resonated with anything that I feel or know within myself already about who I am, past, present, and future. And it was spot on. It was very close. It was informative, reassuring, and so past, present, and future is 3 different cards. I don't know if we'll get to all 3, but the first card was my past self. And the name of this card is Ariadne, Mistress of the Labyrinth. And this is what the card looks like. I don't know if y'all can see it with all the glare and stuff that's going on out here in nature. But it is Ariadne, Mistress of the Labyrinth. My soul knows the way, and the only way out is through. And the book that comes with the cards tells you a little bit about who this, they're either goddesses or humans, and some are considered both. And this card represents Ariadne, represents the love and support available to us when we dare to be courageous. She is known as being both a Greek goddess and the human daughter of Minos, king of Crete. Her father put her in charge of the labyrinth where 7 human sacrifices were made every 7 years to appease the Minotaur who lived within it. The Minotaur had the head of a bull and the body of a man. He preyed on those who got lost in the dark. One year, a valiant and heroic man named Theseus went into the labyrinth to slay the Minotaur and end the sacrifices. Ariadne fell madly in love with him and gave him a sword to kill the Minotaur and a ball of red thread so that he could find his way back out of the labyrinth and into the light. Ancient Greek myths were oral, so there are varying accounts of Theseus and Ariadne eloping after his success, or others were Ariadne's consort, Dionysus, the Greek god of ritual madness and religious ecstasy. chases after her, and pleads with her to return to him. Whichever way the story ends, the constant is that Ariadne's love and support changed the fate of so many who would have otherwise been lost to the labyrinth. Now, this is resonating because she was in love with, she was, well, we're not going to say in love, we're just going to say she was maybe betrothed or with somebody named Dionysus, who was the god of ritual madness and religious ecstasy. But she fell in love with Theseus, the one who went to slay the Minotaur, the one whom they fed sacrifices of human life to. When your soul selects her card, Ariadne is a symbol of the hope, the divine assistance, and the step-by-step process we can take to move through a difficult time or to confront an injustice in our life. She helps Theseus because he's daring to end a pattern of madness. He's willing to do whatever needs to be done to stop the injustice. She gives him the tools to create his desired outcome. He is successful because of her, and she assists him because he acts with courage. Her message is that our courage is always in some way rewarded. When we seek to know in an unnecessary pattern or routine that is no longer serving us, even though we initially created it in the effort to keep us safe, it can feel as insurmountable as facing a horned partman, part beast that lives in a dark maze inside us, pure terror. But the soul always wants our freedom. The divine is what liberates, not confines. It might feel like we can't find our way out of this situation, this maze, but we can. We can trust the soul knows the way through, and that spiritual support is a given. Ariadne wants us to be brave so that she can fall in love with our actions. She is both a goddess and a human. She gets our fear, but she also knows just how much power we hold as well. What allows me to feel supported while doing the inner work is the question we should ask our soul. What allows me to feel supported while doing the inner work? My answer would be spirit. It would be ancestors. It would be the Holy Spirit. It would be the divine. It would be angels, spirit guides. That would be the thing that helps me feel supported while I'm doing the inner work. The intention, my soul knows the way, and the only way out is through. Which is fitting for me in my past because that's what led me to my present, that I was not successful in life. And to me, success is joy, is peace, is happiness. That's my definition of success. If you don't have joy, if you don't have peace or happiness, if you don't have love, you're not successful. And I didn't have those things. I had peace for a while, but it didn't sustain the madness I was going through within, through the questioning and the gnawing at my spirit that this can't be all there is. I'm just existing. I'm not living. I'm not thriving. Why? Why am I not thriving? Why am I not happy? What is this solace? I don't even know if I would call it solace, but sorrow. That's what it was, sorrow. It wasn't solace, it was sorrow. And I just felt like it was generational. Nobody was talking about it. Nobody ever talked about it. We don't know much about our ancestors, our parents' childhood. We just know it wasn't good. And we know it wasn't good because they never talked about it. And the little nuggets that we did get, they weren't pretty. So nobody ever talked about it. Nobody ever released anything. And the things we did experience and acknowledge were so dark and painful, we didn't care to share them. Even today, still, we don't share those things because they come from so much pain and brokenness and shame. And when you feel those feelings, you can't share. You can't share and trust that who you're sharing them with is not going to judge you, is not going to condemn you, is not going to point their finger at you. Because there has been a few moments in my life where I tried to share. And sure as my name is Catherine, I tell you, and some of them have been people of religion, of Christianity. And you feel like you're in a safe place, and they tell you this is a safe place. But the first thing they do is turn that finger on you. This is what you gotta do, press past it. You gotta ignore them feelings. What? I gotta ignore my feelings, but I gotta forgive who caused me to feel this way. But ignore my feelings. Just pray, fast, and press past. That's not correct. And it brings peace for a little while because you did get a release. But you didn't get any healing. You got released, but you didn't get any healing because you couldn't come to someone that you could trust to release, that could identify with what you're going through. And if they could identify, they can't bring you to healing because they're still dealing with the same thing they're identifying with themselves. They haven't found their own healing. So that's been my experience. That's been my reality with religion. Not Christianity, but with religion. And as always, since I was a child, there's parts of it that I agree with. There's parts of it, not so much. And you got to learn how to be discerning, even with that. Even with that. And I believe a lot of us need to seek a little deeper and stop memorizing the word and live the word. And it will open up some other secrets that are not known to man who wants to be carnal and control. And that's why I'm taking the path that I'm taking, because religion is not a safe place. Not for me anyway. It hasn't been a safe place. And it's been spirit that raised me. It's been my spirit guides, my ancestors, the Holy Spirit that has guided me. And anyone who thinks, believes that you can't have the Holy Spirit and not be a part of Christianity, you still got some seeking to do. And it's well, it's okay. We all have to be fully persuaded unto our own salvation. That's in the book. So that was the past version of me. And I think I want to go into the present version. But I'm not sure if I should make it a separate thing or leave it as it is and just make it one long drawn out thing. But I don't want you to get bored, so I'm feeling led to disconnect and reconnect with the present me. See you in the future.